Welcome to Technomancer. So a few years ago I played Spider's last game, or at least one of their previous games, Bound by Flame, to a completion on the channel, and we'll have to see. That game was disappointing to say the least. I would love to have this one surprise me.
At the source of all life, there is water. On Mars, where it is rare, water is a source of conflict, struggle, and death. Since the turmoil, there have been unending wars, fought over the possession of clean water. We are the forgotten children of Earth, trapped in this red, barren wasteland. Here, hell is not a concept, it's our reality. And the reality is that every drop counts. Then there were the unfortunates, caught in the full power of the sun's radiation, forced to deform, mutate into unrecognizable monsters. The others, the ones who remained similar to our ancestors in likeness, hid under massive metal shells, governed by water corporations. But in the slums, people's lives aren't worth much more than the mutants. And I would know. That's where I spent the first 10 years of my life, under the boot of the Vori. Of course, in despair, there is hope. Some have begun to explore, travel even, from corporation to corporation, leaving their loyalties behind. We have organization, structure, and inevitably, politics. We have rulers, a people's assembly, and far removed from us, the Dowser, the inaccessible face of abundance. And finally, there's us, the elite protectors of the people, the spearhead of the army, my brothers and sisters who all share the same special gift. We are Technomancers.
Now there's a haircut, huh? We have a character customizer like usual. A few different options are here. Interestingly, the hair seems to change by default with the face, although it looks like you can change the hair just fine individually. Decent number of options. Everyone's a variation of short hair. It's to be expected with a lot of games, because animating anything other than short hair means you'd have to make it move, and making hair move makes it look really wrong really fast in many cases. There we go. I think I've landed on one. What is this one? Talents. Immediately. We have 1 point to spend, 6 different options. We can go into Charisma, Science, Crafting, Exploration, and Traps. Looks like there are 3 levels of talents for each of these 3 things, each of these 6 things. So Charisma increases your chance of success in dialogue. That's always a fun one. Science unlocks level 1 contextual science actions. Nice. I like the sound of that. I like the idea. I like anything that says contextual anything related to your talents, because that usually means that you'll get to use said abilities to actually make role-playing or exploration decisions, as opposed to just being able to craft something. Increases chances of success in dialogue with science by 25%. Greatly increases life regeneration outside of combat, including for companions. Crafting unlocks 1 contextual crafting action, or level 1, sorry. Increases chance of success with dialogue for crafting, as you'd expect. Lets you recycle equipment without a workbench. Stealth lets you steal items while being stealthy. Lets you make stealth attacks on monsters. I played too many stealth characters, I think, so I think I'm going to take a break from that this time, perhaps. Traps and lockpicking lets you deal with traps and locks. Lets you set up your own traps faster. Exploration lets you collect ingredients from dead creatures. 10% with loot, bonus loot. I like the idea of science at first. I kind of want to see what dialogue options will come up for science-related stuff. And I like the idea of getting some health regeneration. That's usually pretty helpful. Now we have attributes. So I get 1 point to spend, and I can put them into Strength, Agility, Power, and Constitution. Strength improves your power of hand-to-hand attacks. Most important attribute for a warrior. Damage caused by hand-to-hand attacks +1. Chance of disrupting enemy hand-to-hand attacks by 2%. Required to equip more powerful arms and armor. Agility increases your chance of inflicting secondary or critical effects. Is most important attribute for a rogue. Chance of critical hit with weapons 1%. Critical hit with spells 2%. By the way, there are spells apparently. Chance of poisoning, knockdown, and electrocuting 1%. Power. Now that interests me. I want to see how the magic works in this game. Power amplifies spells and lets you cast them more often. It is most important attribute for a Technomancer. You know, the thing that we've introduced this character as being, and probably the most interesting part of their mythos. Bonus energy reduction, regeneration, bonus damage with spell casts, and lets you use Technomancer equipment. Then Constitution, probably the universal stat to an extent. Oh, they actually call it a Guardian as a separate thing. Constitution makes you more resistant to attacks and lets you withstand more hits. 10%, 4% resistance to disruption, 10 hit points, 50 maximum load for equipping items or carrying items. I'll start with power. We'll be a scientist electrocutioner character, or at least to start with.
Ahoy, Zachariah!
Scott, you came.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Sure, my memory isn't what it... But I remember to write things down on my calendar. Although I do sometimes forget where my calendar is. Anyhow, I knew your last cadet mission was today. Any nerves? If it's any consolation, you look more than fit enough.
No, I'm good. I'm ready.
Yes, healthy flush of the skin, no rapid eye movement. You don't look stressed out. Very well, I won't bother you anymore. Oh, but if I can bother you, just a moment. I recently acquired a batch of materials that can improve your gear. It's not much, but I thought you'd like it. Still can't believe you're going to be an officer soon.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Scott. It means a lot.
Ah. I fear we've dilly-dallied on pleasantries. Your master, Sean, waits for you in the courtyard. So stiff, that one. I fear his spine is concocted from steel. A spine prosthetic. How interesting. What if... Oh, and stop by the clinic and come shoot the chit-chat. No, that's not... Just don't be a stranger. If you feel ill or need a hand, come see me. I'm always glad to help. Good luck, my boy.
Thank you, Scott. Will do. I promise.
Interesting. They made some progress from environmental design and little details here and there. The animations are definitely still in AA quality, as you'd kind of expect, because that's just the scale of the studio. So the mouths just kind of automatically rapidly flutter in this sort of a loop that honestly probably should be slowed down a little bit. I think it's probably moving faster than anyone actually is talking in the game, so it's already not gonna match because it's not fitting the dialogue, but it's gonna extra not match as a result of it being so fast compared to the relatively slow speaking in the game. Lighting's working out.
Fucking Mancers. Every time they come around, something new is broken. I fix it, they break it again. I fix it, they break it worse. I'm a modern fucking Sisyphus tasked with pissing in the ocean.
What's he holding? Some sort of magical electro wrench or something? At first I thought he was just shining a flashlight in there, pretending to work. His hand is weirdly facing through it. I think he's... I'm trying to make sense of it a little bit, because it kind of looks like he's supposed to be typing, but he's also holding a tool, and his hands... Let's keep going.
Oh, shit.
Zachariah, today, as you know, marks your final mission as a cadet. I trust you are prepared.
Of course, Master. Ready, willing, and able.
And a little nervous. Normal and expected. That's why I have gathered together your usual instructors to allow you to warm up and prepare. It's for you to ace the tests for each fighting technique. Prepare yourself. And once you are ready, join me at the station. From there, a train will take us to the mission site.
Thank you, Master.
That was kind of horrifying. What's the point of using fake weapons for training if you're gonna use real lightning on people? I feel like that's worse. That's like way worse for everyone involved. Poor guys.
Soldier, please let me in. It's imperative I speak to someone in charge.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but no civilians are allowed in the barracks. If you have a question, you're gonna need to send it.
Just, please. I'm Corporal Tyron's wife. He should have been back home yesterday, but someone must know where he is. What's happened to him? Please.
Ma'am, I have no idea. If you got a letter, I can pass it along. Other than that, though, you gotta go.
We baked him into the pies. He was delicious.
Want to test your skills with a knife and a gun? Not really in the rule book, so if you do, need to be discreet.
It's a good thing we've got context for this, otherwise that'd be a very creepy proposition.
Let's do it.
All right.
How do you feel about knives and guns? Alright, so RB plus Y switches to rogue style of combat. So that must be how you do all of your stances. Guardian, Warrior, Rogue. There doesn't appear to be a stance for spellcasting, so it'll be interesting to figure out which one I want to use most of the time. Got a lock-on system. Yaha! Take that. Am I using a real knife right now? Oops. That's a long-range dodge. Alright. Judging from my experience with the last game, it's probably going to be helpful to have that kind of range to my dodge, honestly. Oh, dodged too early. Oh, did he weirdly like fake me out with a attack for a second there? Aha. Pew pew. Training exercise ends with execution.
Go again?
Another time, maybe.
Don't underestimate stealth techniques, or how much faster you can be in combat with light weapons.
Interestingly, the idea of hold button and then switch to these different stances fits right in with the demo for Neo that happened relatively recently, with your high, medium, and low stances for your different weapons. All the way down to having the bottom button be the sheath one. Oops. Gotta get in front of you.
How about a little self-defense training?
Sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go.
Hello? Come and get it. Shield would probably be a natural thing to use to complement my magic. Assuming I can cast with it. Oh, that random slow-mo. So the dodging is built into all three tutorials, so it looks like... Ow. Wait, why would... Weird, I didn't dodge. Shield bash. Aha! Knock your opponent out of the fight. So we have to actually still have to win the fight to end the tutorial. Or I could lose. I'm on my way to losing right now. I think I actually have infinite hit points. I guess the fight's over.
Care to go again?
Maybe later.
Your call. You're gonna wish you had some good defensive training, though, when you find yourself in trouble.
Alright, this will definitely have a little bit of a learning curve to it. If you hadn't picked up from my walking around and stuff, where you'll see me like stop, turn around, then start walking in that direction a little bit. There's sort of a animation priority, something you might expect from something like, say, Red Dead Redemption. So it'll be interesting if I had to walk through a doorway, rapidly turn, and go up some stairs. You might see me running into walls for a moment. It's definitely that type of control scheme, which could have an impact on combat.
If you would like to practice your Technomancy techniques or care to do some staff training, I have time.
Oh, sounds like I'll be using a staff then.
I'm always honored to learn what you have to teach.
Excellent.
Oh, warriors are considered to be staff users. Interesting.
I'd advise you
Not very
to try anything.
Really small for anything I would call a staff, by the way. Oh, never mind. Shows me. That'll show me. Oh yeah, there's a satisfying moveset. Ow. So the Y is a sweeping kick that'll stop the enemy's incoming attacks. Then we have an area attack. I'm sorry, did you intentionally make one weapon have all the cool moves? So we have rapid attacks, we have a kick, and then we have an AoE. And you even have the action flip.
Would you care to fight again?
A little brush up on my technique could never hurt.
Indeed. Remember to attend to your surcharge risk. I would hate to have an accident.
The Technomancy powers can be used with any style of combat. Some permanent effects use up fluid. Okay. So left with X makes our weapon electrified, which is just adds to our general stuff. We can also attack directly. Ooh, we have an entire menu of skills. Okay. Assign electric arts. In the Technomancer tab, left trigger plus these buttons that uses these skills. So electrify weapons currently mapped X, but we can map arcs to, like, say, Y. I have to bind it with left trigger. There we go. Press the wrong button. This one. There we go. So now I'm out of fluid, which is listed somewhere. Oh, right. The that little hexagon that's slowly filling back up, I guess. Oh, weird. I thought I electrified my weapon. I guess I don't have enough to actually do it, because it's not staying electrified. Yuck. But I'm now fighting him with melee weapons, and that's not really the point. Let's do this. Yeah. And electrify the weapon, and then beat him with that. Alright, we'll give it a shot.
Would you care to fight again?
I would love to. Another time, Master. Thank you.
Of course. Keep in mind, a well-trained staff can be quite formidable. And as you know, the control over our Technomancy is what makes us unique.
Alright, it'll take a little practice to get some of these controls done, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. A lot of stance changing. So, let's see, right trigger's map. Left trigger is how I use all my spells down here. Left bumper is how I open up the menu for accessing all my different skills. Looks like we can also map skills from different tiers. So you have Technomancer skills, combat skills, items, and then probably some kind of interaction or something, whatever that finger means. And you map them to 4 slots, which is a little restrictive. Maybe we'll unlock a second button I can hold, otherwise it's a little restrictive to have that view. And we have 3 stances. Interestingly, since I used a electrify weapon, now all of my weapons are electrified, no matter what I use. Which is a bit unexpected. Alright, so our current setup is club plus shield, staff, and then gun and knife. So there's the Bloodborne dual wielding, the Dark Souls shield and sword and board, and then Lords of the Fallen staff is the closest thing I could call it, really.
Hey, heard from Captain Sean you're heading out to the station. You leaving now?
Yep, already ready.
Halt! Stop right there. We're conducting a search.
Look at this piece of shit. Well, what do we have here? Road trash seems lost, don't it? You forget we don't want your kind around here, Trav. Move your sorry ass out of here before you find yourself bleeding from both ends. I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to speak. Did I? You useless piece of shit. Why would I want to hear what you have to say? Waste of space. Please. I can't. Shut your mouth and just fucking die. Corpse will feed the rats. At least then you'd have a purpose.
Such a waste of life. A waste of space. Am I right? A rogue is a Zack, right? You can dress him up, but...
Zachariah, we're leaving. Certain people are graduating to the rank of officer today. The does you well to serve only contempt to one worthy of nothing more. That is good. And with that, we should be off.
I believe the phrase is that escalated quickly. Went from 0 to just street murder and curb stomping in about 10 seconds. I guess they want to establish their world fast. It's the future, and there's mutants, and it's post-apocalypse, and there's racism. Gotta get the... don't forget the racism.
Look, Zach, we are heading for the dome. It was built by the first settlers, a relic itself.
And what's there for us?
According to reports, looters, who, in our interest, it would be best to keep out of the dome.
Come back. Why are you running ahead? We should stick together.
Zachariah, do you remember your first lesson?
On the scarcity of life?
Indeed, the very one. Kill a fellow unfortunate and, in this hell, only the more alone we will become. Disable the looters, but spare their lives.
Great. Great. Except, you know that we're inside our own city. They won't just, like, spare people's lives for a few minutes. Seems like we might be fixing the wrong part of the problem. So if I go into sword and board mode... Let's see. There we go. Right trigger is block. I had to remind myself real quick. It feels slightly unnatural for a right trigger to be my left-hand block. But I'll remember that, though. Hi, friends. Look, they're using their bare hands. This will end well for them. Oh. What could go wrong, right? How you doing? Having a good time? That'll disable her for a while. So it's crowd control for the moment. Teamwork! Got her. Alright, well I sure hope they're alive, because I don't think I have control over that. So, if I'm supposed to spare their lives, I sure hope that's an automatic kind of thing. Lightning! That is a satisfying attack at the moment. Whoa! Did you see the attack, the range of their punch? They went to punch me and I dodged, and they still punched me. Because their punch involves shooting forward by like 10 feet. I guess that's one way to make up for the fact that you don't have a melee weapon. It's just to have your punch just go on for days. So it looks like the use of electrified weapon is a toggle. I thought I might have to activate it periodically, but it looks like if I turn it on, it'll just stay on and it'll use up that one slot I have. Oh, so you drain their serum to kill them. That's what that pop-up is. But otherwise, I can still look for their stuff. Ooh. I just took a shirt off a raider. That seems sanitary. I'll just put that right on. It'll be nice and smelly. Then I'll really fit in when I go back to the city. That'll be how I deflect my racism. I just cover myself with the smell of the normies.
We encroach our destination. Take note that enemy forces lie in wait. There, the rocky outcrop. Scale it and report back your findings.
Oh, thank God his name is Technomancer. Okay. I saw Sean listed, and for a second there I thought his name might be Sean Bean, and there was going to be a very real chance that he is going to be dying in this tutorial. He still could. It's the kind of game where they would totally kill off the character. That's actually kind of depressingly common and predictable trope for these RPGs, is to have it like a mentor character who dies immediately in the tutorial, and then you have to like live up to them or something afterwards. Bye. How you feeling? Good? Good. Give me your stuff. Thank you. So where do I access... That's not how you access your menu. There we go, equipment. I'm curious. So I'm wearing a cadet's jacket. Everything here makes me more resistant to poison, but less resistant to many other things. It gives you a bonus to... I assume is impact defense? Oh, it's just... okay, so on the item listing itself, it's not... the symbol's not explained, but it's because on the main screen, there's these columns: defense, bonus, and weight. And defense is being listed as being that number there. So this is the highest defense item. Weird. Because this has some padding on it. This looks like it's legitimately equipment. And this one is like just a shirt. But like this shirt has higher defense than this thing that has like metal arms or whatever. Which is weird. But like this one that's like a shirt with some sleeves has even higher defense apparently. Because magic. I don't know. I don't know. Why not? It has a slot. Interestingly, this one has a slot too. I just don't see how I could look at what it means. It has like an X in it. Unless that means there's no slots. Anyway, I've apparently gained defense by putting on this random person's shirt of the guy that I attacked a moment ago. Does not make me look like a questionable person at all, huh? Got a focus injection. An exploding trap. Poor quality leather, so we've got crafting components. Alright, so... Hello. This screen quickly gets way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Nice. I thought it was just going to be 3 little tiers. This is the one they showed us earlier. They showed us these really simple ones before, but this is the real tree. That's where the real divisions lie. Makes sense. We haven't had to really choose a class yet. I'm playing a completely non-specialized character. Let's be ready for this guy. Howdy, friend. I guess I should probably try practicing a stealth attack, since he's not aware of me right now. Do I just hit him? Oh, well that was the wrong response, because nothing really came of that. Alright. Lightning. Yeah, the lightning's more fun anyway. Doing alright? No? Sorry. So apparently the good and bad thing here, much like Bound by Flame, where you're choosing between being an evil demon or just some dude, is that you can drain people's essence to kill them and probably gain experience or something, or some sort of bonus. And then get devil horns or something I wouldn't be surprised by. Is there anything here besides before I observe this cliff? Oh look, another corpse. Just hanging out. A bladed shield. Well, that sounds awfully useful. So there's been no establishment... So far it hasn't been established at all that I'm actually have any need to be scavenging for equipment at all. So at the moment, I probably look like a lunatic because I'm like attacking random raiders and then like stripping their equipment off of them and then putting it on myself. And, like that's just what this guy does. If I'm a part of some sort of academy or training system, I'd probably be a little concerned about this guy over here and his general behavior. Because I'm of course immediately playing it like it's an RPG, but that is kind of insane people behavior. I think that's about it. Alright, all done. I hope that all I was supposed to do was notice that people are in a clearing, because that's all that seemed to be noticed by my character. Is there anything to pick up? Let's go report back to our probably already dead master. That's how these stories go, right? I did get a skill point, though. Let's visit that tree. So of course I'm curious about Technomancer, but maybe we'll look around a little bit, just to see. So the first thing you get is a passive upgrade for Guardian that's upgraded mace below. Oh, looks like you pick an upgrade. Learn to attack again more quickly after all mace attacks, and make backhand attacks. Then you can pick these different abilities, resistance to disruption or increased damage from all mace attacks. Rogue gives you a 35% chance of dodging blows and shots during this attack, and you can increase the chance of dodging or increase the damage done by the attack. Warrior, passive skill again, adds a small area of effect to the fast attack, increases the chance that of a critical hit from fast attacks, or increases the disrupting effect. But I'm curious about Technomancer. Interesting. Why are these all listed down here? So I can... One says, give 2 fluid charges and regenerate 0.08 per seconds. What? Okay. So you can do you must be able to do a restoration ability, basically. Lets you launch a powerful attack from behind an enemy when you were being stealthy. Oh, right, I didn't enter stealth mode is the mistake I made. I have to be in rogue mode or it doesn't count. Shoots 2 powerful electric arcs at a target. We definitely have been using that. Electric weapon. Technomancer training lets you use gloves. Thanks. Only Technomancers can wear gloves, otherwise it's impossible. Upgrade electric arcs. Passive. Increases the chance of immobilizing an enemy with electric arcs by 20%. You can upgrade it to shoot 3 arcs instead of 2, or electric arcs can ricochet into nearby enemies. Oh my god, they give me chain lightning! I love you. Are these over here at all? No, they're not. So I must be able to select an upgrade within this thing. Oh, you need the point itself. Okay, so one more point and I can upgrade the upgrade point that I've already upgraded. So it's a multi-tier. Good to know. So we have systems to go into here. Okay. Down here is Mr. Sean Bean. May his days be numbered and fruitful, but mostly grim.
There are looters gathered at the dome's entrance, a lot of them, but they're not equipped to be more than a nuisance.
Take care nonetheless, Zachariah. That guard there, separated from his group. Sneak on him and the battle will be easily won.
They stole our emotions. Winter is coming. I need to get to Silent Hill. Alright. Switch to stealth stance with left stick. Oh, I didn't even know about that yet. Never mind. I thought I was making the mistake of not going into rogue stance, but this is new. Alright, so we can attack with A. Oh. They teach you to use stealth stance, and then they immediately have you hop off a cliff that knocks you out of it. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Huggies! Oh, we're fighting. I thought the whole point was to take him out immediately. I'm a little surprised that we actually fought afterwards. It's okay. Everyone around here is very unobservant, so no one noticed.
Stay near. The structure is like a maze. The inexperience could easily become lost.
I feel like structure is a strong word for what we're here. Oh, I guess they noticed us through the wall? Okay, I guess we're fighting. Aha! You're lightninged. How do you feel about that, sir? Ow. Punch me. Aha, I blocked you. Now what? Now what is your plan? You only have fists and I have shield. Look at me. I'm over here fighting you. Look at me. There we go. He's ignoring me. I felt really like I need the attention sometimes. Oh no. Sean Bean's almost dead. What will we do? He'll be able to sign so many more movie deals if he dies early. Whoa, give me that skill. He's got like an electric typhoon. He's got some storm attacks. Got some serum. So I must be able to use the serum to get energy regeneration. Maybe it's automatically using the health. It might be automatically using the serum from my inventory to give me the energy regeneration. Maybe I'm constantly expelling it. If that's the case, I'm sure they'll explain it at some point. So we got new boots. Ooh, new shoes. Yes. We are styling out here in the wasteland. Soon they won't be able to tell me apart, which is probably a bad idea, because they probably are supposed to not let these people into the town. And so if you dress up like them, you're probably putting yourself at risk of not being able to get back in. But don't let me spoil your fun. Oh, you cannot stealth and have weapons out at the same time. Slightly counterintuitive, but okay. No item in that random piece of trash. It's funny because everything out here kind of looks like trash, so you could spend a real long time investigating if it wasn't for the game having very individually located piles. I guess we can't loot that box. Yeah, those guys. They'll be happy to see us. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Ha! It's immediately funny, right? I just imagine my character is like sneaking up on these guys while rubbing his feet on the carpet, and he's like, I'm gonna give him a shock, I'm gonna give him a shock, and he like shocked the back of his neck. He's like, oh, stop it. And he's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, the fact that, like, I played so many, oh, I forgot, I mixed up my lock-on joysticks, my bad. There we go. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. The fact that it isn't like like, you'd expect it to be some kind of brutal stabbing in many games, so the fact that he, like, comically shocks the back of their neck, and then they're like, "Oh, stop it!" It just immediately makes the entire scenario funny. I get that we're not supposed to kill people. We've been over that, but so that's why it isn't a brutal stabbing. But it's funny. Also, I'm beating people with a wrench, so honestly, all things considered, I'm probably still killing people. We're just using the Batman suspension of disbelief, where we pretend that Batman doesn't kill people constantly by just violently beating them all the time. Resistance to electricity, disruption, bonuses to crafting. Ooh, fluid regeneration. Actually, should probably stick with my normal jacket then. That's the one item that gives me a bonus to regeneration. Gotcha. It was a mistake to change anything else for that slot in particular. I should probably check to see if the other ones were also like that. Really quickly. I was prioritizing higher attack and higher defense and stuff like that. Nope. My previous shield was worse. Oh, nope, these old shoes also had a higher regeneration rate. My mistake. We're gonna want to find new Technomancer equipment. That makes sense. I would have specialized equipment as a Technomancer that random raiders wouldn't have. Unless there's gonna be raider Technomancers, which wouldn't put past them. Here we go again. And you just hear that, you hear the little scuffing of socks on carpet. Squish, 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 squish. Bzz, gotcha! It's gonna be funny for me the entire playthrough. I'll probably get tired of pointing it out all the time, but it's still gonna be funny to me. Like in the background, you'll know that it's funny to me. I accidentally disabled this. Nope. Hey. Oh, did she shove me? Anyone around? Not so much. You got stuff for me with your little glowy butt? They just have stink lines coming out of their butt the entire time after they're knocked out. I didn't design it. They did it. They knew what they were doing. Oh, these guys are everywhere. Alright, time to maybe get one stealth attack if I'm lucky. That's the wrong button. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All's well that ends well, right? Ah, my fluid. Oh, right. So using the stealth attack uses my fluid because it is a lightning attack. So it means I can't currently start a fight with a lightning attack. I have to wait for half of it to be over before I can launch one off like that. Oh, look at that slow motion dodge. Oh, someone's trying to shoot me with the guns. Ow. Okay. The whole gang is here, and Sean's about to go down. What a great leader. My favorite part of him is how well he's good at how well he avoids taking damage. Okay, this is bad actually. I'm in trouble. Alright. We're going to have to figure out how to heal here. Health injection. Sure. Ow. Pain. That's not really the one I meant to aim at. It's kind of irrelevant to my current situation. Apparently Technomancer is completely invincible. Ah, we're locking onto that guy? Don't lock onto the guy I'm not fighting. Lock onto the guys that are actually trying to kill me. There we go. Shocking, I know. Oop. Alright. I see you. You're not sneaking up on anyone. Oh, no lightning still. Here we go. Oh, they're shooting me in the background. Oh, that's a fun problem. Alright. Yeah. Here comes the guns. Ah, shit. Alright. It's gonna be interesting figuring out how to deal with that situation where one person... Ah. Wow, he was still shooting me even when he was getting beaten by a staff. Okay. That's a... I don't really have abilities for dealing with large groups. Maybe if I switch to the staff, I'd be better off. I might be able to deal with crowds like that with the staff, but at the moment, I have very slow attacks. Oh! Oh, she didn't notice me, I guess. Impressive. In its own right. Impressive in rather unimpressive ways, really. Ow! Ow! Okay. Watching out. That's adorable, young lady. You're trying. You're trying. It's fine. I mean, all you have is a weird radish head and no weapons. So I don't know what I expect from you. It's really the other crew where things get rough. So somewhere down there, there's just too many of them at once. We walked into that base originally. Let's try going to the left this time. I'm going to take out this top floor first. But I'm going to try approaching from the other side, because that was a lot of enemies to deal with at once, with relatively limited abilities. Hi. Boop. Made you look. Gotcha. Oh. He's got a little counter punch. You got him, Master. It'll be fine. He is shockingly non-durable, by the way. That gives me some worrying feelings. It reminds me a bit of Bound by Flame, where your allies in that game would often go down almost instantly. And the fact that Sean is going against really basic enemies, but immediately going down to 0 health, means, oh man, I'm gonna have some fun times once my allies are no longer invincible the way they are right now. Because as far as I can tell, he can't die. But future party members are gonna be dropping like flies. So if I'm lucky, maybe they'll let me get a crew of them so that I can... Maybe if I get to have multiple allies, they'll be able to make up for that a little bit. But I think in Bound by Flame, I was only allowed to have one ally at a time, if I remember correctly, which was kind of rough. Because that meant your one guy would just go down. Also severely reduces the chance of any real interaction between characters in your party. So for that reason alone, I hope there's more of a party. Because having one ally is kind of limited. You never get to see characters interact for the most part, and you never get to set up like a party composition because you just have 2 roles. I'm beating you! What are you gonna do about it? Also, please don't do anything about it. I don't want to restart again. Look at this guy. Poor guy doesn't stand a chance. He's fighting his heart out, but he's fighting against this guy that is literally unkillable. And he was winning. He destroyed Mancer, who is not a very good leader really so far. Let's get one of those new points established. Let's see. Also got some equipment. New weapon will probably be better. Oh, it's a new dagger though, and I can't use it without agility. Got a new piece of equipment here. Also requires agility. Got a new gun. 6 points higher in damage. Why does all of our equipment suck compared to these guys? Never mind, it's a nail gun, that's an actual gun. That's the reason why. We're going to a combat equipment where we could die at any moment, and we're massively outnumbered, but hey, at least we're not using real weapons. We can upgrade our weapon electrification. 10% chance to immobilize an enemy, which would be relatively frequent procs. A punch charged with electricity. I don't know if I want to really try to punch people specifically. Passive skill. Increased chance electric damage caused by gloves. No chances. Just increase the damage of electric attacks by 20. I want to try that ricochet ability. I know you can only pick one, and shooting 3 might be better than 2, but I like the idea of having it bounce between enemies too. That's a little bit of crowd control, which seems to be the thing I'm missing right now. If I could disarm multiple people at once, we'd be in a good spot. More components. Little pile of debris over here too. There we go. So if we can when we get a chance to craft something, I'll have some decent chunk of materials for trying to do that. Though we don't have a frame of reference yet for how much that might be. Just gonna go ahead and save real quick. Hopefully save points are actually precise and not... Oh yeah, we'll start this zone over. Because I definitely had to restart the whole zone when I died last time, and I'd love to avoid that. What do we have here? Protective goggles? I got a thing to wear on my face now? Boom, 1% defense and +1 to exploration. And now I'm the full Borderlands.